God damn it, Jort!
And then what is it, like a +5 if your
Yep.
companion does something? All right, it'll grab me by the waist while I shoot my gun. Oh my god.
I believe that's a jam. Is the heavy
94
bolter
probably.
reliable?
I don't think so.
I believe that is a jam. But regardless, as you open fire, you do manage to hit everything but the sons of bitches in front of you.
I got beans everywhere.
Yeah, unreliable's jam on a 91. Reliable, I don't think ever jam.
Does that skill say 0? Yeah,
It
0
what?
minus 94. Yeah. Oh, probably because you put in a bonus with like a plus sign in it.
Oh, I probably did type
Yeah,
in
I was doing
+20.
that too earlier. That's just like Roll20 input methods, kind of like failing to parse that.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
typed in
Try that
+5,
again.
so I got a
Yeah,
40
just the 5.
Still rolled 94 though.
Same, short range, full auto, the number 5. Boom.
There you go. Now that's a roll that
Hey,
works.
good hit.
Holy shit.
Alright, let's see if this commando can dodge out of the way.
Yup, otherwise he's getting the rest of the full auto here, don't forget.
Oh, they don't even have dodge trained.
Oh.
That's not gonna be ending well for him as he takes 20 points of damage.
Jort, do you have extra shots because of auto fire?
I do, yeah.
There we go. Oh,
Jesus
another
Christ.
20.
One more.
Alrighty
Alright,
then.
come on, baby. Let's go for one more 20. 21, let's go.
Okie doke. Let's see. Well, with True Grit, he is still gone. So
That
that's
true grit
14,
shit ass.
14, and 15. Yeah, there's no coming back from that as you just shred him with the explosive ammo. Because you're a cruel, cruel man.
Oh, there's not much left after that.
No, I don't believe there is. Because he just gets
Think he has
completely shredded and yeeted out of existence by Jort finally hitting something he aims at. Nice. Alrighty then.
Bigby.
Alright, Sergeant could maybe use some help, so let's shoot this orc.
Hey, don't be measuring stuff out to me.
Which is curious. Nothing's gonna happen.
Alright,
Nothing. Oh, well.
I would assume my comrades helping me out.
Yep.
Point blank range,
Oh gosh.
standard attack.
You're about to fire a shot through his head, bounce it off, and then fire it back through the head again. There it is.
Yeah,
That would
that'll
be what,
do it.
70, 10.
You have
Well,
a
you only
99. You can't
yeah.
miss.
Also, I think there's a maximum of D10 based on your ballistic skill modifier or something like that. So you don't actually get 7 D10s, but you do still do a ridiculous amount of damage. Let me look
And my
up
ballistic
accurate.
skill is 49, so that's 40, 10 limit.
Say that again.
My ballistic skill modifier is 4.
Let's see.
So
An
40
extra
times.
1d10 for every 2 degrees of success to a maximum of an extra 2d10.
Oh, so yeah, you could barely max that out either. So, but you did.
Yeah. So you're dealing an extra 2d10 damage. Jeez. And I imagine you're doing the thing where he does not get to dodge, so he
Yes.
takes 19
19
right to
plus
the dome.
13.
Oh, Okie
That's-
doke. So
29, 32, pen 3.
he's dealing more damage than the artillery shell.
Yes.
Okie doke. Alright, let's see. True grit. Now I gotta do quick maths. $26.
Yeah, see how much
No.
he survives.
I don't think he's going to.
I'm sure he
That's,
can survive crit 100, right?
Yeah, right? Well, the funny thing is,
Yeah.
orcs are surprisingly tanky, just not that tanky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between me and fucking Bigsby, we just kill all the orcs.
Yeah, you guys throw out a lot of damage. You're gonna make me do things. I hate you. 12. That's 14. But then you double that. Alright, so not crit 10. Just crit 8. Which I think should be sufficient. Once I click these buttons.
Click
What is this? Energy, correct? Or no, you're using the
Impact.
solid. So impact head.
That was the
8.
headshot. Nice.
Oof, that's oh, I assumed you did a cold shot to the head like you normally do.
Oh no, I was just firing. So what did I roll?
28, which turns out to 82, which is his right leg, sorry.
All right. Must immediately make a toughness test.
You know that one soldier who didn't have a leg? No, that's the orc too.
Take the orc's leg and put it on his leg.
Genius.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
gone. So, yeah, so you just as he's getting ready, he like kicks the sergeant up against the wall. He gets the cleaver ready, and as he's bringing the leg back down, you just shoot out his rear supporting leg, and you blow it off at the knee, causing him to just collapse onto his back, blood spraying out across the ground. He dies of shock, basically instantly. You see the sergeant looks over at you and just goes, "Thanks."
You're
And
welcome,
goes
sir.
right back into the fight. Scipio, you were locked
Alright.
in a room with the commando orc without any armor.
Yeah, Jones is yelling me, I'm just yelling back. It's like, and I told you not to swing that sling arm, but neither of us is good at listening. So I'm going to go ahead and try hallucination on this orc.
Oh, nice.
I am not going to boost it. I'm going to be unfettered. So this is going to be with 2 psychic rating. I think that'll give me a +10. This is perfectly normal. It'll be opposed by his willpower. He is well
All
within
right.
range. 2.9.
Are you pushing?
Nope, not at all. So is that a
Ah!
double? No, it's not. He
And he
rolled
rolled
as
a
best as he
9.
could. Actually, I think even if he rolled a 1, he couldn't succeed.
Oh wait, is there a penalty on it?
This is opposition.
Oh, it's oppositional.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm the bigger brain. I want you to die more than you do.
Oh yeah, you
Alright.
never stood a chance.
Pick a single target in line of sight and pose willpower. If they fail to resist, they must roll on the hallucinogenic effect table, page 170, and immediately apply the effect. This will last 1 round because it is half of my psi rating that I used for this, which was 2. So 1 round. Roll me a d10. This will be fun.
Alrighty. Let's see what we get. Do you have the table already up?
I got it up. I was waiting
Oh,
for it.
nice. Well prepared. 2.
2. My hands! The character believes his hands have turned into slimy tentacles, or perhaps the flesh has begun to strip off the bone in bloody lumps. Regardless of particulars, the character drops everything he is carrying and spends the duration staring at his hands screaming. In game turns, the character is stunned.
He's just like, ah! Ah!
Good, whimper for me, and I will use my other half action to stand up.
Alright, so that's Commando 1 out of the way. Commando 2, seeing a already prepped heavy bolter looking at him. We're gonna have him roll willpower to see if he wants to hang around now that he's all alone.
He looks behind his command, he's like, my hand!
And he's going to do what orcs do best. He's gonna charge!
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be able to get to you, pal.
It's a bit of a distance. Oh yeah, that's 31. That is a tough run.
So he's gonna drop into the trench and then advance to the corner of the trench. And that's gonna be his full turn. Sergeant Jones, I don't believe he'll be able to actually get. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get there. Actually, with
That's
his
okay.
full move, he manages to run and get in here with you.
Yep, and the guy is
Basically
stunned,
all
so
he
everything's fine right now.
Jort, you're up.
All right. I can't let that guy get away.
All right, he is behind cover, so it's going to be a -20 to your roll, but you should be fine.
Okay. Blasting him. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's with the -20. What did you roll?
Oh, I did
Oh, you rolled a 10.
-15
Nice.
because my homie is helping me out too. So
Yeah.
Nice,
Kathy.
nice. All
rolled a
right,
10,
yeah, those are
good.
2 hits. The orc runs, he jumps down. He's going to get to dodge. I don't think it'll matter.
If he doesn't,
No. He's running and he's like, "Feel me, you me killing my friend? I'm gonna collect his fucking teeth." Wait, where was he again? As he pokes his head up, he just go. He just. Let's see, all of those -6. So that's 13 twice, but then also 10. But then also true grit toughness. So that one puts him in -1. The next one puts him in. Yeah, no, he's gone.
yeah.
What's funny
No.
is that really was a headshot.
It's the only part of him peeking over the trench.
Short goes from being able to hit nothing to hitting everything. You just see the old man being like, nah, you know your sight's wrong. The sight here is wrong. There you go. Have you been using? You know this is, you know the thing on the end of the barrel and the thing at the back of the assembly. They line up together. You don't just use one or the other, right?
I was told to spray and pray.
George is
Right.
like
Well,
squinting one eye and this whole time.
I heard something similar, but we were gonna add aim before
And
them two.
I'm squinting the wrong eye too, so I'm over here like this.
You ain't gonna be able to hit shit like that as you just. He's like, you know what? If it works for you, you know,
Just
you just
keep
keep
giving me
at
them
it.
beans, Happy.
It's pronounced bolt around, but it's fine. All right, Bigby, you are out of targets, my friend.
All right. Well, I guess hop back into cover because that's much safer, and go make sure everybody in the Medicaid tent is all right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, you come in and you just see this orc just looking at his hands. And Sergeant Jones just winding up to slam him.
That's how we do, son.
I guess that's a full move to get to there.
Yes.
All right.
Scipio, you are up, as the orc that was going to try and murder you is now fascinated with his hands.
Or
Come
rather,
on,
he was in
dude.
his turn.
They can touch everything but themselves.
Well, I'm gonna try keeping.
Oh!
I'm gonna try keeping him fascinated. So this is gonna be another opposition test.
Alright. And you're not pushing or anything, right?
No, I'm not. This is unfettered. If it succeeds, maybe he will be stunned or something. But let's see how it does. He could get higher than minus 0.4.
I mean, I doubt it. I think if you fail, you just fail, no?
That's a good question with the opposition test. I'm not actually certain.
We'll just make a decision right now. What do you guys say? If it's oppositional, a -5 could still be at a -6?
Sure.
As
Alright.
long as I roll better. There we go.
There you go.
There it
It's funny.
is.
You're not even channeling the warp at this point. You're just like, no, your hands, they're really huge. Oh my god, there's all your.
Alright, go ahead and roll again. He has a brand new hallucination now for this turn.
5.
5. I can fly! The sky looks so big and inviting. The character flaps his arms, trying to imitate a squirrel. He may do nothing but jump up and down on the spot. If he's standing above ground level, he may throw himself off in random directions, with the usual consequences for falling, appalling injury or death being the usual outcomes.
He's like, forget you lot, I'm out of here.
I believe I
Mm.
can fly.
He just T-poses and goes up into the air.
It's not working. I believe.
I will make a little room. Actually, I think if I stand next to Jones here, I'll give him a bonus just because I'm assisting him as multiple attackers, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so multiple attacker bonus. I'll just look over at Jones and go, all yours? Yeah,
All
get the
right.
revving up.
Before that, see if we can get them in effect. No. He doesn't even have anything to say. He just goes right to it.
He's
Gonna go
just
all
enjoying
out.
himself.
Gonna get the bonus to the attack for having so many people there backing him up. Still fails.
Wow.
He's just like, oh, he had a 92% chance to succeed, and he rolled a 93. So let that be a lesson. As he takes the chainsword and he's swinging it, and the orc's just like, no, and he actually jumps so high up. It actually, when the Sergeant Jones goes for his legs, he's like, I'm out of here. Nah, yeah.
Hallucination was the best choice.
I can only fly for half a second at a time.
Now Jort. You just hear trouble.
I don't know. Yeah, they're just like in there doing whatever. So I guess what does old man want to do?
The
What
only
do we
thing
do
I can
now,
think,
Pappy?
we're gonna go back and get a can of beans, and if anybody shows up, we shoot the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense to me. I just go
Nah,
back to the tank.
And then, of
I'm,
course, he's eating beans. Sarge comes up. Hey, Sarge! Bam!
I'm reminded of the illustrious words of Saint Elisa. I don't remember it exactly, but to paraphrase, it's "fuck that shit. Let's just get out of here." Saint Elisa, she
Yeah,
had a lot of
them
wisdom.
them damn Imperial demons, I don't tell you.
Well, back when I was growing up, they wouldn't just make anybody a saint. You had to earn it. Saint Elisa, she ran from so many things. She's like the patent saint of long-windedness. Big B, you are up.
All right. Fork the lever, aim the gun. Waste the orc.
Okay, remember you're firing into melee, so you'd have to do the whole called shot thing, so it's a 10-point penalty overall.
I'm sure Bigby will live with that penalty.
Don't miss by just a little bit, or you might kill one of your friends.
Some of us are critically injured.
I think all of you are. Well, actually, no. The sergeant is okay-ish.
Yeah, he's okay, and I'm actually just kind of nicked.
And because it's a cold shot and I have dead-eye shot, I'm just going to add 10 to my attack because it's no longer minus 20 difficulty.
You would add a -10.
Yeah, and I can't tell the input value that I have called dead-eye shot, so I'm just going to make up the difference.
Okay.
With the flintlock.
Oh no!
I used the wrong one.
You're just trying to embarrass him now.
You know what? I will damage for the flintlock.
It might
Go
not
for
actually hurt him, but you are still going for style.
Wait, no.
You
It's,
still get like your bonus D10s, so.
no, I would have had
Well,
to
it's not
re-equip
accurate.
it, so I'm gonna roll the damage from the sniper rifle. I'm sorry I
Sorry,
didn't
you're
see
good.
that right.
9
And then
damage.
2d10.
Ooh.
19. He actually survives that.
And that would have been a shot to the head.
Oof. Yeah, he takes that 19 and raises you, not giving a fuck. Hold on a second.
He wasn't using that lobe anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just straight up blow out the side of his like it hits the side, tears his ear off, but he's still standing. Actually, you should oh wow. Yeah, those 2d10s did not add up like they did last time, huh?
Yeah,
No.
unfortunate.
All right, Scipio, you're up, my friend.
I think we're about to hit stage 3 with him, Sergeant. Do you want to see? We're doing hallucination again.
Okie dokie.
I still don't think he can actually get over a -1.
Yeah, I don't think he's anywhere near going to be able to do this.
Yeah. As long as that's not double, this is all fine
Hey!
all day. Wow, he actually beats me for once. I'm just
I-
smirking and like, this is the greatest show. Oh, I lost control there.
He's like, time for you to fly, you filthy git.
I got this. Guard. Guarded action.
All right. The commando's going to look around at all these nerds and he's going to toss his frag grenade. And then we're
He
going to
has
roll.
nothing in his hands right now.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't have anything in his hand. He's just going to try and beat you to death then.
Okay. I am the unarmored one. Come get me. Let's see if he hits first, and then we'll see if I react with foreboding.
Doke.
Yikes, that is definitely a success. I will attempt foreboding. So, guarded action undoes the penalty to perception for this. This is a perception test.
Okie doke.
If I did it unfettered, that would be +10. I will go ahead and do it at just +10. I am only unfettered doing this.
Okie doke.
It does not work. I literally watch the future vision of my face getting punched in.
Yeah, the good news is he misses his follow-up attack just barely. Because he can't do an all-out attack his second time around. Just a standard. So, the good news is you missed that one. The bad news is he's actually really good at tearing things apart with his bare hands.
Right, he probably has a lot of strength to this.
What does a 9 end up being? Is that a headshot? Because when you reverse that, it's 0.
Yeah, that'd be 0-9, so 9-0.
Oh,
9-0 is actually left leg.
oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be like 09 and then that would just be the
It's
the
09
head,
and then
right?
9-0 when you reverse it.
Yeah,
Oh, true. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Axio. So, yeah, thank you for
Yep.
writing it. That's why we have the tech first. All right, so this is the damage, but it's actually going to be higher
Oh no.
because he has the bulging bicep as well as the crushing blow.
All I have is toughness.
Take 12 points to your leg as he's just half.
I reduce it by 3 because of toughness to 9, which puts me to 0 wound exactly. He just stomps it and I just hear bone crunch and I just scream.
You're so lucky he doesn't have any weapons left.
I am so lucky I made him drop them.
And that he missed his next one because he actually, basically the criticals, he adds like +3 to whatever critical damage he does because of all the extra stunts. So if he does get you into critical, be careful.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Sergeant Jones is going to attempt to do good things. Especially now that this creature isn't jumping around. He's just going to go all out for the sake of your benefit.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's
17 pen 2. Commando can't dodge. And he's already hurt from previously from being shot.
Mhm.
So that is sufficient. You watch as he goes and he basically just cracks your leg in, causing you to fall to the ground. And as he raises his hands up, you just see the sergeant dive on top of him with the chainsword, putting the chainsword up against his neck and forcing him to the ground as the chains tear through him. Just. You
There
guys
we
watch
go.
as just orc goop seeps down through the hidey hole that they had come up through.
Scipio probably like just flops back into the bed just because his leg doesn't work for a second. Just looks over at Jones, goes, "Good shot." Just completely in shock.
You see that Sergeant Jones just throws the orc's body down the tunnel hole and just goes, I'm starting to think we might have to find a way to seal this up.
Well, I would say just drop their own explosives in there and let it do the work, but it's directly underneath the ammunition dump.
Yeah, it's a good thing they didn't just try to blow this place up.
I doubt they even recognized what this place was.
Fingers crossed. Alright. Bigby, you hold this place. I'm gonna go tell the captain what's going on. We're gonna see what he wants to do with
Yes, sir.
this. And with that, he steps off and he goes, Scipio, walk in my footsteps, will you?
Will do, Sergeant.
As you go limping.
Yeah, just like dragging one foot with me, but you know, it's getting better. It's not that broken.
So, with that being done, you guys go back to the captain, fill everything in, and effectively, over the course of the next few hours, he has an entire detail set up to where they explore it. The good news is it doesn't go too far deep, so they're able to rig it with explosives and cave in the tunnel further back. You actually watch as the ground over here collapses slightly. But that is one more issue resolved thanks to your team.
Oh, one problem solved, 200 more to go, right?
Oh yeah, you guys are actually doing really good.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
yeah, so you've managed to solve all of that. Do. And maybe an hour or two after this failed attempt, as everything gets detonated in, you guys hear, where are you guys spending the night?
Well, I'm probably staying with Jones at the moment. It depends on where he bunkers down. because that area is not safe anymore. And he's currently busy. Fucking
Very
data-
true.
Alexander just still working.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Uh.
Quick, Alexander, send a nastygram back to their database.
But so far, you've managed to piece together a number of things, namely, actually knowing Alexander. Did you actually read any of the data that you've been unlocking, or you're just like, it is unlocked. Now to the next objective. Yeah, exactly.
Alexander, as ever, focus on the mission.
Oh yeah. Not the purpose of the mission, just literally the letter of the mission. It's all that matters. So he sets up and he gets ready to go, and while he's typing away, you guys all settle in for the night. Bigby, are you still guarding the mortars?
Yeah.
Or, all right, I'll move you back to the mortars. And Jort, I imagine you're still guarding the Aegis.
Yeah, still chilling by the tank.
All right, and Scipio, where are you and Sergeant Jones spending the evening?
I'm presuming since they're working here, we can't stay here.
No, I mean
Okay.
you could try.
Yeah, I'm gonna opt not to. And command tent is probably technically off limits for that purpose.
Also true.
Hey, Bigby. You seem like a fine place to sleep next to.
Oh yeah. But as that is going on, you guys start to hear the sounds of, and you can actually see off in the distance these bright flares of light as what you can now recognize as the ad hoc rocket systems that the orcs make, launching into the air in your direction. You can see the Gildan sort of tracks. And you can actually see an entire platform that the rockets are being loaded onto just explode in the distance. You can't hear anything for a good 10 seconds. And then even then it's very faint because of the distance. But it's clear that the gunner in that main cannon is very talented. What is also pretty obvious is that you guys are taking incoming fire. So, Jort, you are 1. The ammo dump is 2. The mortars are 3. The command tent is 5. And then 6 through 10 are the trenches in no man's land. So, let's see what we got.
Yep. At least Jones is hanging out with us, and we'll get 3 people dead in one shot.
Ooh.
2, 10, 10.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff.
Wow. Fuck no man's land.
6.
That one grot's still tied up out there. He's just wondering why they're targeting him again. The game has just started.
Oh yeah.
It's starting all over for him.
Alrighty then. So you watch as 2. So the ammo. Oh gee. Alrighty then. So you watch as there are impacts here, just out in the background, just slamming into no man's land. An impact there, and then just all in the back in this empty space where there's no people whatsoever are just 3 impacts slamming into the ground. Because naturally.
Of course.
And then you actually do have 1 that ends up impacting here. And 7. Which is just out here somewhere. And as all of these things impact, you watch as they hit the ground, they scatter, they break open. And for the most part, there's no explosions. It's just like they're shooting giant rocket bullets at you that shatter into shrapnel. Some of them don't even shatter. Some of them just hit the ground and get stuck there. But yeah, so good times.
An uneventful bombarding for once, though one of those hit the ammo dump.
Yeah.
Good
Which
thing we
it's a
didn't
good
sleep
thing.
there.
Yeah, it's a good thing you moved, as the
And
ammo dump
4
is
was
just.
something too, right?
Oh, 4 was a different thing I rolled.
Yeah,
Basically
that wasn't a
deciding
target.
whether or not they explode,
Oh,
or I should say whether or not they shatter into shrapnel, which most of them did not.
Yeah. Half the time you don't have to worry, the other half you're already dead.
true.
So, with all of this done, you guys have moved out. The ammo area is in disarray, and that is when you start getting the calls over the Vox, or at least Sergeant Jones does, as Captain DeWare basically lets everyone know by sounding the alarm bell that there is another orc horde pushing towards them. And sure enough, the Aegis of Gildan is already spinning up. Most of its the heavy bolters haven't fired yet, but it's still channeling, like just churning out round after round from its main gun, just lobbing it down the field. And you watch as you can see these distant impacts, but sure enough, just a wave of green as many of them in war buggies, many of them on foot, all start rushing in your direction, charging up the hills. Everyone has their orders to hold their fire, thanks to mostly everyone being out of ammunition at this point. But Sergeant Jones looks at all of you and he goes, "Well, this is it. Tell you what, Captain has his hands full coordinating the main defense, so our objective is to secure the vital shit. That means, just like before, we got to make sure we don't get ambushed or bushwhacked. You see a high value target, that's who you go after. So, rather than split up, we're going to stick together. Question is, where do you think we should be standing?"
Ooh, now there's a tough question. We got some choices here.
And if you
Uh,
think that I am, was, if you think that I am delegating my authority, I am not. My orders are clear: kill the enemy, die fighting. I'm just letting you put in whether or not you want to die over here in these mortar pits or over there in that beautiful field next to a tank.
hmm.
Or Captain is going to be too proud, but until we get that database open, even if we lose this position, securing that database make this overall a strategic victory. So if we can hold the command tent, that could also be pretty useful.
I'm pretty sure, Alexander, you would probably opt for the command tent, wouldn't you?
He is in the command tent, yeah.
Right. So, I
You
mean,
gonna
if we,
leave the
like,
tech
walk
first?
over and we ask you your opinion, that's probably what you would tell us.
Where do you want your friends to die fighting?
Yeah. Deep in prayer. Uh, both the tank and the mortar are important strategically to what's about to happen. The tank gives us more firepower, but the mortar also kind of does the same. Which one is more valuable, do you two think, Bigby and George? Protect
You
the
have
tank.
7 mortars versus 1 tank, and then you have to decide what is in most need of protecting.
The tank could probably handle itself. So I'm opting for mortars here.
Yeah, the tank has weaponry that can take care of things getting close to it. The mortars, not so much.
All right.
And as an added benefit, if anything does go back to the command tent, you can always shift focus.
That's true too. George, any opinions yourself? I don't think that came through clearly.
I'll go wherever I'm told to go.
Okay. So I'll look at the sergeant and I go, I think we think the mortar pit is more important. The tank can handle itself.
So after all this time to deliberate amongst yourselves, you decided to pick the place that you had to walk the shortest distance to reach.
I'm already comfy, sir.
Well, there's nothing against dying comfortably. All right, take up your positions. I mean,
Everyone's
they've
so
seen.
chum with the say. Well, the sergeant particularly is right now. Jort doesn't seem to really understand, and I'm not sure how Bigby feels, but Bigby and I just ran through Fields of Fire together, so we'll see how that works out. And
Monster
Alexander's Alexander.
heathen. Alexander will always be Alexander.
Called for a huddle. Everyone huddled up. Something's off. It's the mind control, you see. So Jort taking the best position in the center, I think.
Yep, move yourselves where you would like to go. I'm gonna do some super secret squirrel shit,
Hmm.
so don't pay attention to me.
I think I might kind of stick right here, actually.
Alright, you have a little bit of time before the battle actually commences. Is there anything you'd like to
No.
do in the meantime?
Maybe.
And yes, basically every turn, Alexander, because I imagine he will not be fighting so much as just trying to crack that thing. So feel free to continue to do so.
Yeah.
The funny
Right.
thing is, like, statistically, you should have passed this by now.
$2.6 done. Hey, there it is.
Finally, as the battle lines begin to close in, he's like, and sure enough, you realize that this particular uh, console, it's not just a coding issue, but it's actually a hardware issue as well. As you actually find that the Inquisition had put a limiter basically built right into the hard drive to where by just trying to access these codes, it would send the system into an overheating mechanism, which would have an emergency shutdown. So by getting rid of that limiter, you bypass that and manage to open it up.
Alexander
At
runs for
least
the
it
tank when
wasn't
he's done.
Windows 10. Oh wait, no. What was that one Windows that everybody hated?
Vista?
Yes.
Sounds right. I like how even now, there's some guy who just worked so hard, went out of his way to try and get Vista. He's like, everyone's going to love this. It's going to be amazing. And then 10 years later, on some random YouTube stream, people talking shit about Vista. And there's just like, I thought I had made it out of this. When will people forget?
It's okay. They just rolled into the next 3 OSs. It's fine.
Yeah, problem solved.
But yeah, we're in position. Alexander, you're just kind of choosing to be down in the trenches with the commissar?
He is trying to get to that tank in order to make it live forever.
So we'll be open en route to the tank. Yeah. So as close as you can get. Yeah. All right. So I think we've taken our choices.
All right. Alrighty then. This should be fun. What could go wrong, I wonder?
Everything.
Alrighty
At
then.
least-
So, as you see this massive horde of orcs approaching, and finally, even the heavy weapons have started to churn up. The mortar teams have started firing, and even though the long range weapons have started firing well in advance, you guys don't have much to do. Like, there's a whole bunch of incoming fire. Every once in a while, a rocket will go whizzing overhead. But for the most part, you guys are just hanging out, sitting down. You can see from the command tent, Carlton DeWare, the captain, is actually sitting there on on his box, going, "I understand. We've managed to secure the databases. We need immediate evacuation, and in lieu of that, some artillery support would be nice. Proceed to fire on my coordinates, X-ray Zulu, and he continues to sort of read off
Mhm.
coordinates as the long-range artillery begins to now pummel the northern section of the trenches, which would actually be south from where you are.
Mhm.
While all this is going on, you guys are just hanging out. It's actually not that bad.
Well, I suppose most of their assault is focused on the other side. You think if I get up and I just start saying bang bang, some orcs will fall down?
If anyone could do that, it'd be your witch ass. Actually, I should probably get rid of these commandos so we don't think.
Oh
There
yeah.
we go. Probably a good idea.
Well, I mean, at least I got the soccer ball. Huh? Wonder why that was in the ammo dump.
All right. And while this is going on, the mortar teams fire through the shells that they had prepped, and they go. The front section goes, Sergeant, we need an ammo runner. You got anybody?
I'll
Sergeant looks
volunteer.
around. Sergeant looks
I-
around and is like, no, we do not run ammo. You're trying to tell me that your mortar doesn't have any more shells? Well, yeah, that's why we need a runner. So you ain't got shit to do. Run your own damn ass off. If you'd like, you could intervene and run the ammo yourselves, or you could just let them do it.
I don't have a gun. I'll go ahead and do it.
I have very little legs, so I will stay where I am.
And Jord actually has a defensive position where he has a gun propped up. He's actually being useful.
Oh, yeah. All right.
George's gonna offer them a can of beans to shoot in the mortar.
Right. So I'll just place
Awesome.
myself here. Just
Yeah,
arm the gauntlet.
as you get inside of the ammo dump, roll me an awareness check. And
I opened
big-
up the
add
hole
a
again.
20.
When George does
20
that with
point
the
bonus.
beans, you gotta eat them before they become
Oh.
explosive.
Plus 20, you said?
Yes, it does require some repairs. It'll take you some time, though.
Alright. So with that bonus, 3.8.
All right, noted. Roll the tech use. I'm pretty sure you'll pass.
I don't actually have tech. Oh, wait, I do have tech use.
Oh no, that's for that was for Alexander.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was supposed to like identify which thing is the explosive.
Nice. You noticed the same damage that was done to the tank previously during the altercation in the crater. The track that you had repaired is still a little bit janky, but for the most part, its structural damage has been sustained to the top portions of the armor. So, for the moment, you can yeah right. You can get some of the you can get it running smoothly again, but it'll be a little bit difficult to be replacing the armor plating. However, as you get inside there, Scipio, you look around, you see that sure enough, the rocket that came through earlier and crashed into the ammo depot fortunately didn't detonate. It did scatter around a lot of the crates and the ammo. And as you're looking at it, though, you start prying open the boxes and you're hearing this whirring sound. Kung, 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 coming from the remains of the rocket fuselage.
I do not like that sound at all. So now comes a time-honored question, one that we have not yet to answer. Can I hurl specific objects away from me and in specific directions using my assail telekinetic power?
Technically, does this sail have a knockback effect?
It does have a small knockback effect.
Then I will say yes. You can knock something back at the same distance that the assail thing says it can go.
Right. So 1d5 meters at a time.
There you go.
And there is no such thing as like psionic tricks to just be like slowly levitated away. I can only violently move it those 5 meters, which is still inside the dump.
Yeah, so regrettably, you were only taught some very specific uses for your mastery of the warp. Now maybe you could have used
Oh.
telekinesis to levitate things around. You know,
Mhm.
maybe bring a juice pack from the cooler directly to your seat in front of the TV. But you're pretty sure you'd have been executed for messing with what's effectively the forces of chaos for such a trivial task. So
Right.
you only know the things that you know.
I do have a secondary ability that is actually highly relevant here too. Objuration Mechanicum. I can just turn things that are inside of here off, and when they leave here, they're fine.
Oh, sweet.
So
Give it a shot.
I will try to turn it off. This is a willpower test, and I do have to actually succeed at it because it is not
Alrighty.
opposition.
Are you
So,
pushing? Just
question.
remember, everything you do doesn't have your focus, so there are some penalties.
Right. Currently, I'm basically just on willpower plus 10 because of my rating, if I'm unfettered. That's it. Which is like a 56% chance. Do I
Fun.
think it needs to be higher in the situation? I think so. And if you're gonna push, you may as well push all the way.
That's how you do it.
So, plus 25. This is going to be a push because I'm trying to make sure that this stuff does not blow up. It is a successful power use.
Nice. Roll me that not perils of the warp. Roll me that phenomenon.
Yep, let's see the phenomena. That is
What's
going
the
to
number?
be a roll on the next table
Oh, perils of the warp.
for 81.
81. Perils of the warp.
Yeah, you'll have to read
Okay.
that one off to me real quick. I'm
Can
looking at
you
the
can you
effect table here.
quickly roll me 1d100?
I can roll another one for you. 46.
Okie dokie. I'm going to measure something real quick. Yeah, I was afraid of that. 46.
Oh boy, the tension. I don't know what it is yet. Oh, you're looking for the worst possible place.
46.
Oh
No,
no.
not the worst possible place, just every place. Okay. So, as describe to me what your power does, your objuration mechanicum at this level of pushing with 3 degrees of success.
It creates a haywire field centered on the point in a radius equal to meters equal to the side rating. So 5-meter radius.
Okey-doke.
That'll probably be basically everything in here. Well, actually, it's like 10, 15 meters, so it's basically just the center here. Uh,
Okey-doke.
let's see, centered on that radius.
And then you roll, was it 1d10 for the haywire?
Good question. It just says the field is created. I believe we talked earlier. The strength is random and not determined by anything I do. So we are rolling a d10.
Roll me 1d10, tell me the number. The higher the better.
7. This is a dead zone.
There
Technology
you
within the
go.
affected area completely ceases functioning. Power armor is unpowered. Uh, Characters with cybernetics and internal organs suffer a level of fatigue, and each round they remain dead zone. Melee weapons with technological components function as primitive.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Also, what so as everything here shuts down, and you notice like even all the fuses in these mortar shells shut down while they're in here, everything ceases to function. The lights go out immediately. And is that forever?
No, the zone does not last forever. In fact, I believe it dwindles every turn, if I remember reading it correctly.
Okay.
Do. Determines as the field slowly dissipates, the strength lessens 1 step in severity each round until it becomes insignificant.
Got it. All right. So the one thing you notice is all the lights shut out, and that weird like ceases completely, and then gradually you're, and then banging just from inside of this rocket, and as you do this, the light goes completely out. Your breath goes cold, and I will read to you what happens next.
Oh boy.
as everything within 46 meters. Also, roll me 2d10.
10.
Fantastic. So, effectively, as this happens, I need all of you to. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure it's a willpower test. As you catch movement in the reflection of some of the glass nearby, and as you look, you can see something behind you, and you turn around and there's nothing there. And then when you go back to look at the reflection, you just see the face of this horrifically mutilated humanoid form that grabs you by the face and tries to pull you into its basically pull itself into your eyes as you start to merge with this creature. You're not sure if it's something that's physically there or if it's something that is completely different, but everything within 46 meters also has these situations where they can hear something, and when they turn to look what it is, these horrific demonic creatures try to pull themselves inside them. Everyone who gasps and they begin to swallow these demonic spirits as they are all potentially possessed for the next 10 turns.
It was
So,
that or everything explodes.
yeah, oh wait, what did you roll?
I rolled an 81.
Oh, I thought you was 83.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was just like starting to look at it. It's like, wait a second.
Okay,
Instead,
never mind then.
just explode.
Never mind then.
Everyone temporarily thinks that they're about to be possessed, and then I just explode.
Yeah, no. This is completely different. Psychic power overloads greater any more than 1d10 meters, and you rolled what, 10?
I rolled a 5 on 1d10.
So 5 meters, including the psyker, takes 1d10 with a pen of 5. You can't dodge. All it's actually again?
Yup, I just explode a second time. I can't dodge it. Oh, and I'll lose my psychic powers again. But,
Oh my god, you are so lucky. I read the 3 as a 1. I was like, fucking A. Everyone within 46 meters is going to start tearing each other apart.
the worst that could have possibly happened, yeah. But what happens to me is that I just hit crit 5.
Okie dokie.
Wait, actually, penetration doesn't apply to toughness, does it?
It does not.
Crit 2. Not as
You only
terrible,
took 2
but
points of damage?
5 reduced by 3 because of toughness. And that's all I
Ah,
get. It's pen
got
5,
it.
but I'm not wearing armor.
So here's the downside, though. As this explosion within 5 meters,
Might
roll
kill a
me
couple
a
dudes.
roll me a D100 to see if you actually hold on a second. How many meters was it? 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, so the ammo over there is out of reach, but even if
Yeah,
it wasn't
you're actually good.
even if it wasn't reach, it doesn't work right now.
So here's the thing. You have deactivated technology, so the fuses don't work. But high explosives having electrical current run through them, well, that's still just a basic chemical reaction. In the same way that like a fire would still be a fire, high explosives would still detonate,
Does a fire count as technology?
right?
Let's not get into that talk. We'd be here.
I was so hoping. I was so hoping for the mass possession. I was so
Oh
hyped for that.
gosh, and that was about to be really cool and really terrible.
Yeah, that would have ended this
Then
entire
lead to
battle.
my execution.
But
If I lived.
instead, you just explode again.
Ah, why? The warp hates me.
And then did you roll to see how long you don't have powers for?
Not yet. Let's do it. This is gonna be a roll of 1d5 hours.
All right,
Only
so
one.
for 1 hour.
Oh gosh. For once, it doesn't roll me out max. It's like, you took your loss.
You see Sergeant Jones runs up and goes, "Again? You got something against fucking pants, son?"
There's something in that, and it's about to explode.
He looks over and goes, Oh, that's not good. All right, and he runs in there and he just grabs one of the cases of mortar rounds. He goes, "Get the other side."
Yep. I go ahead, get the other side, and we're just taking what we can out of here as quickly as we can.
All right, so you manage to get one of the cases out, and as this is going on, everybody roll me awareness.
Ooh boy.
The 2-point crits basically just knock him down for explosions. It's kind of boring.
Yeah. I fell over for a bit, he comes in, pops me up. I don't notice what's going on.
But it was very painful.
It was. Stop hurting me, Warp.
Let's see here. Yeah, he gets knocked prone. Oh, actually, roll me 1d5. You might also get knocked out,
Oh, okay.
because this is to the torso. Roll low, because if it goes... Yeah, okay. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Gosh, that's just been extra funny. It's like, well, you're knocked out for the entirety of that second hours ago.
Well, Alexander passed an awareness roll? Is that
Wow.
possible?
Wait, did he? No, he didn't
Oh,
roll.
he said he's going to
Was-
pass on it. Got it. Got it.
Or
Mhm.
I was about to get
did
so
they
excited. I
move
was like, I didn't even think that was possible.
Did I miss a call for an awareness roll?
Yep.
Yup.
There we
You're
go.
our only hope.
I have sight as a heightened sense. Should I add that?
Sure, you can.
I guess that would give me a negative 2.9, but since I'm paranoid, but it doesn't matter.
Alrighty then. As you guys are set up, Bigby, you're watching through your scope as the orc hordes finally get within rifle range of the front line. You can watch they're firing pretty controlled, trying to limit the amount of ammo they waste. Just before they watch one of the rockets that had impacted stand up and rotate, sort of spinning around as two legs shoot out from the bottom of the rocket. And it stands up to about 12 feet tall and swivels towards their lines.
Guys, these rockets are more than
Oh,
meets the
no.
eye.
12 feet.
I'm working that.
And then you watch as you all realize, wait a second, those rockets also impacted behind us.
Yup. If they didn't immediately do it, I was about to put two and two together.
Thank you, Rocket's very cool.
Everybody roll me some initiatives.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
Also, the pictures I have describing these rockets look very sleek and sci-fi, but these rockets are very janky. As
Mhm.
they literally look like a trash can that has arms and legs, except those arms have like buzz saws and Gatling guns attached to them.
Now, the only question is, can they be suppressed?
Is a good question.
Funnily enough, if the one in the ammo dump there technically is there, it's just not working.
Yeah, that is that's pretty amusing. All right, Big B, what you got a 9? Alexander 7. That name didn't show up for some reason. Jort was that 8?
It
Scipio
is.
also an 8.
Yup. Favorite
Pillage
number.
8. And Scipio, we're just gonna have the sergeant roll with you.
That's fine. Sergeant, do you have a sidearm?
He's like, no, I lost it, but here. And he hands you a las rifle.
Perfect.
Alrighty then. And we are just going to see something really quick based on Captain DeWare to see how long he, or how good of a strategist he is to make sure you don't get completely overrun.
Mhm.
But with your luck, that's almost certainly going to happen. And you've unlocked a number of these terminals. All right.
Yay.
You guys can hold out for a little while as he expertly coordinates the lasgun fire. However, as his voice comes out over the Voxcaster carried by the sergeant, he goes, he goes, the front lines are heavily engaged already. We can't shift any assets. It's up to you. Take out whatever those things are. If you can hold them off, we should be able to hold out until reinforcements arrive.